Hey, it is 12 noon on Wednesday, which means it's time for this week's episode of Ask the Instructor. I'm John Christmo. The show is brought to you by the Tampa School of Real Estate every Wednesday, 12 noon Eastern Time. We're live, helping you understand the technical side of the real estate industry. And something you might not think twice about in your day-to-day activities isn't just the people it is that you are around, that you surround yourself with. It's what else you surround you with. What are the other factors influencing your daily life, your decisions, your attitude, your mood, your level of motivation? There's so much around you, and the faster it is you become aware of that, the faster it is you're able to control this and really have a much more successful business, a much more successful life, and just really more success in general. So that's what we're talking about today. I'm John Christmo. The show's brought to you by the Tampa School of Real Estate. You're watching Ask the Instructor.
You are watching Ask the Instructor. Absorb the knowledge. Become the expert.
Hey, welcome back to this week's episode of Ask the Instructor, where today we're talking about what influences you. So you've probably heard the saying before that you're the sum or the product of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. And yes, that is true. I mean, you have an accent, you go around people with an accent, and you stick around them long enough, you'll start to kind of pick up that accent. Maybe, maybe not. You know, this gets debated and whatnot, but there is some level of influence of who it is that you have around you, of how it is that you act even. But it's not just the people that you surround yourself with. It's everywhere that you're getting influences. So the most obvious are people. But what else is it that will influence your day-to-day life and maybe make your day not so great? Well, one of the big things, and this is something that I try to avoid, is news and news media, because what you'll find is they never really talk about anything positive. Maybe your local news stations, they have a fun, heartwarming, enlightening story every now and then, but the national news stations, the newspapers, you know, there's always all kinds of things like that going on. Now look, you do want to seek out, because look, it's not about avoiding people. Look, if you just avoid people altogether because there's negative people out there, then yeah, you're gonna live under a rock basically. You're not gonna be able to sell any real estate if you're afraid to go around the people, or because you don't want to go around the people because you don't want to deal with negative people. So it's not really so much of avoiding them, avoiding people, avoiding news, avoiding whatever these other ones are that we're going to talk about, but identifying it. So that's what we're going to talk about. Identify and manage. Because once you become aware of this, you're far less susceptible to become what it is that you're around, that you're being surrounded with. So if you're surrounded by negative people, but you're not quite realizing how negative they really are, or whenever it starts to feel normal that they're that level of negativity, when it starts to feel normal, what's happening is you're adjusting to those levels. That's why it feels normal to you, because you've adjusted to those levels there. So that should not feel normal when people are negative or down or upset. That should feel abnormal, and that's okay for it to be abnormal. If you're able to identify that as abnormal, now you're able to, manage that. Maybe help them out. Maybe help pull them out of that funk. Maybe help lift them up, or at least maybe say, hey, I've got to really be careful because this person, I don't want them rubbing off on me too much. And this is really important when you look at real estate. Real estate, a lot of real estate agents like to play realtor, I like to call it, or play office, or whatever it is that you want to call it. And you've seen these people before, and these are the people that are hanging out at the office. They don't really sell anything, and they're just, at the office wanting to talk about the latest sports or the latest news or the latest political drama or whatever it is that's going on. And you just wonder how this person's able to survive, because you never see them sell anything. You never see them meet with a client. You never see them make a phone call. You just see them constantly being distracted. Now, when you see that and you're like, oh, wow, that's that's not right, you're good then, because you're able to identify that that's not normal. But once you get accustomed to that and that starts to become the norm, and that you're not so, thrown off by that, that's where it's going to impact yourself, your well-being, and the way it is that you react to things like this. So going back to these sources of influence, you've got people, you've got news. News, for the most part, you can avoid, but being in real estate, it is important to be able to speak to things going on. So maybe you don't need to necessarily be so aware of national news and whatnot, because that doesn't always have the biggest impact to us. But with things going on locally, new developments that are coming in, new restaurants that are opening, new schools that are being built, whatever the case may be, that is stuff that you do want to stay aware of. So it's not, again, avoiding this, it's getting yourself around the right people, the right information. We could just sum it up as that, as any sort of information it is that we're taking in, whether it is that we're watching news on TV, you might be watching news on Facebook, you might be reading the newspaper, maybe reading an article online, maybe your little news app on your phone, or whatever the case may be. However it's delivering you that information, you want to be able to identify. And really, when you're identifying this, especially when you're seeking out this information, you want to identify, maybe it's not negative, but identify now on a second note, is there any value that I'm receiving from ingesting this information, from this news, from this training, or whatever it is that you're maybe doing. Another one you want to be careful with is social media. And it's not so much negativity, because there's a lot of positive things on social media, but there's a lot of mind-numbing things on social media. There's a lot of information out there. There's great content like State of Real Estate, like Ask the Instructor, like a lot of other great shows that are out there. They do deliver quite a bit of value. But then at the same time, there's videos of cats chasing little dots and just things that are really mindless. And Facebook's got a really good system that kind of pulls you in and doesn't want to let you out, because they want you to stay on there so you see more ads. And when they put these funny or these engaging things in here, you've got to ask yourself, what we're identifying is we're identifying the mood of it. Is it something that's negative, that just the wording, just the phrasing, you'd be talking about the exact same thing, but if you talk about it in a negative light versus talking about it in a positive light, it could mean two completely different things and have two completely different impacts on yourself. So really the mood or the attitude of that information. But then you also want to ask yourself, okay, what is the benefit? What's the benefit? And not just of information, but even the people that you're around. That person that's at your office that doesn't do anything, that doesn't sell anything, that just wants to talk about nonsense and really do anything except for their job. But they're always at the office because they never get their work done, because they're always distracted with other things. Are you benefiting from having that person in your life? Absolutely not at least in your career sense. Maybe your knowledge of sports benefits or your knowledge of politics benefits, but does that directly benefit you? And so these are the questions it is that you want to ask. And it might help for you to make a list like this, just exactly like that, of these items that influence you, and really list out not just people in general, but who are the specific people, who are the people in your life. And I'm not telling you to go cut off your family and whatnot, because the benefit there is friendship, love, affection, all that type of stuff. So there is a benefit with that as well. It's not all about your business benefit, but there has to be some benefit that you have there, even if it is just something as to maybe your well-being. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more in detail about maybe identifying a couple more sources of influence that might be impacting you, but just really how much it is that it might impact you, and really how to manage that. So even if you do get around something negative, you got like your coat of armor on and it just bounces right off of you. It doesn't have any effect on you whatsoever, because that's where you want to be when you're positive, when you're upbeat, when you're excited about things. It's so much easier to achieve whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, whether career, business, life, or otherwise. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, but stick with us. I'm John Chrismo. You're watching Ask the Instructor.
If you've been thinking about real estate, look, in this current market, it's hard not to. There's so many opportunities that exist out there for residential real estate, commercial real real estate, business brokerage, property management. I mean, it's ridiculous how much opportunity lies from having a real estate license. So look, if you've been thinking about getting a real estate license, I mean, it's open up. If you've been thinking about real estate, look, in this current market, it's hard not to. There's so many opportunities that exist out there for residential real estate, commercial real estate, business brokerage, property management. I mean, it's ridiculous how much opportunity lies from having a real estate license. So look, if you've been thinking about getting a real estate license, I mean, it's minimal cost compared to starting other careers and starting other businesses to get into this. So I urge you to check it out and give it a try. I mean, even if you're just using your license for personal use, you've got huge, immense benefits there. Go to this link. It's licensefl.com. That's licensefl.com. Put that link in the description. It's got your step-by-step guide to get a Florida real estate license. And look, check it out. Give us a call. We're here to answer any questions it is that you have, and go out there and make some money.
Does your current career allow for unlimited income potential? With a career in real estate, the sky is the limit. What you put in is what you get out. Find out more about how you can tap into the unlimited income potential of a career in real estate at tampaschool.com. Did you know that statewide only about 50% of test takers pass their state exam on the first try? At the Tampa School of Real Estate, we've broken down passing the class and state exams into 4 simple steps: learning the information, reinforcing the information, testing your knowledge, and being confident and prepared. View the details of the full strategy at passfirsttry.com. That's passfirsttry.com.
Hey, if you're enjoying the show today, which I'm sure you are, be sure to hit like, subscribe, post your comments, share with your friends and family. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hey, welcome back to this week's episode of Ask the Instructor. I'm John Charisma. The show is brought to you by the Tampa School of Real Estate every Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern Time. We're here live helping you understand the technical side of real estate and something that will really have an impact in your real estate business. Because in real estate, it is very much about you. There's a lot of potential there because, I mean, it's really uncapped potential. It's really whatever it is that you want to make your real estate business and your real estate career into, you can. But that least common denominator there is you. So if you're not primed, if you're not focused, if you're not in that right frame of mind, it's going to be just much more difficult to accomplish whatever it is that you're looking to accomplish. So we talked about identifying and surrounding yourself with the right places. And we talked about a lot of these sources that can be negative. But now, what are the things that can be positive? You know, absolutely people. The right people can be positive. There is positive information out there. And especially, this is stuff that's important to us in the real estate profession, is keeping up to date on new developments, things that are changing, so we can inform the public, because that's a big part of our job, is being able to connect this information with our consumers. Whatever other information it is that we have, social media, you could really take power of who it is that you're following, and you can still stay friends with people. You just hit unfollow, and now you won't see their post anymore. And you could fill your news feed with positive information. There's tons of positive information. If you want a good place to start, go on the Tampa School of Real Estate page, and just click see notifications first. Take the top sources of information that you want to find of good, positive things that's going to help lift your mood and your attitude and provide benefit to you, and put that in the see first. So that way when you do, hop on Facebook, because it's inevitable. Some of you guys might made a New Year's resolution, maybe not to use social media, but it looks like you're maybe already breaking that if you're watching this show here. Look, because that's not sustainable. Look, you need to have a presence on social media in real estate, and that does involve us, getting on social media but we could absolutely control the information that is presented with us. So yeah, definitely pick out some pages and friends and whatnot that are going to give you that lift in your mood and your attitude. They're going to overall benefit your life somehow, some way, whether that's your business, your career, your personal life, whatever it is, that there's some benefit there. And put those people first. You just go in there and follow and then see first. So that's one way you can control that information that's there. Television is another source where, again, there's a lot of positive stuff that you could find. Now, you have to look for it because it's drowned out by a lot of the stuff that, isn't so positive, that isn't so upbeat, that'll maybe drop your mood, drop your attitude, that won't really give you any sort of benefit. So that's the type of stuff it is that you do want to avoid. And look here, question that benefit too of just relaxation time. Look, it is important to relax, but what are maybe some ways it is that you're able to relax without having to rely on something that's, really breaking down your mind? Maybe that's reading a book. Maybe that's, just talking with your family or your friends or whatever that may be. But something, like I said, that could really help better you as a person rather than just something that kind of just puts you on autopilot, which is what so many people do get accustomed to. Those kind of scenes that you see in horror movies of people, just like glued to their TVs, the dystopian futures and whatnot. But yeah, so that could be, again, another source of positive information. You just have to be intentional about seeking this out. Maybe another thing is training. Now, again, not all training is going to be good training. There might be training classes where the trainer, where the instructor, where the coach, whatever it is that we have here, they're just not a positive person. They really have no business being in front of a group of people. But, maybe that is the case. So maybe that the training, absolutely something. Another thing, the gym. And it's funny because you go to the gym and you'll notice, just like the people in your office, they're just there kind of wasting your time. You'll see those same people in the gym that are just hanging out. They're getting ready to lift some weights, but they never really they lift them. They get everything all ready and they do like one rep and then they're done. Or they maybe get on the elliptical for like 2 minutes, and then after that they're going to get an energy bar and all that other type of stuff. So but for the most part, you'll see people laugh at these people that are there because it's so abnormal. They're not using that facility, that place, for its intended purpose. So but getting yourself in there, really just getting yourself physically active in any way, even if you're not going to some sort of gym, even if you just get out and take a walk, you go for a run, you maybe just do some jumping jacks or maybe some push-ups, some burpees, whatever it is, just something to get your body moving, because when you get the blood flowing, when you get the circulation increasing, guess where more blood's going to go? It's going to go up here, and that's going to help you perform better. It's going to help you understand your business better. It's going to help you get your work done quicker so you have more time to spend with your family and your friends and doing fun things as well, really just making you more efficient of a person. And a big part of that, like I said, is getting yourself active, getting yourself fit, getting yourself moving. So that is a big, powerful way. And you get around other people, especially you go to the gym at 5 a.m., you're going to see some serious people there. The people that are serious that aren't serious, they're not there at 5 a.m. They're maybe there, like after work, just kind of hanging out or wherever it is. If you want to do something like that, do that to start your day. Don't do it to end your day. Look, I'm not advising against exercising, but if you can, do it early. So you get yourself up and ready and you're feeling good because you're moving, because you got the blood flowing and you're just ready to go conquer your day. It'll really change your life. Might be a little rough at first, especially if you're a little out of shape, but trust me, I was really out of shape. The more it is that you do it, the easier it becomes and the better the effect is that you're going to have to feel on that. But what else is it that you're surrounding yourself with? Maybe the food it is that you're ingesting. Talking about the health side of things there, and this is just like television. And they team up against each other. There's the mindless sitcoms followed by a commercial for McDonald's of their double cheeseburgers for 50 cents or something like that. And you have to be intentional to avoid that. Yeah, it's gonna cost yourself a little bit more money to eat healthier, to eat foods that are good for you, eat foods that make you feel energized and don't make you feel like you've got to go to sleep. I know you've all had those meals before, especially coming out of the holiday times here, that you've had those meals where you're like, oh, I just need to go take a nap for a little bit. Well, how is that going to help you have a more productive life? It won't. Whereas when you eat the right foods, it should feel like it's fueling you up and it's really getting you ready to go out there and again conquer the days. So the foods it is that you surround yourself with, or another big impact. Look, we could go on all day, but look, the two big indicators for everything it is in your life that you want to check into is how does this affect my mood? How does it affect my attitude? And what is the benefit that I'm receiving off of that? And just weighing this out, I'm not saying avoid any of these here because all these can be good sources of good positive influence to you that could benefit you, they could increase your livelihood, increase your life. But you have to be intentional at really it starts with number one, first identifying what's right and what's wrong, what's better and what's worse, and then managing that to ensure, look, I'm not saying you can never have a cheeseburger, but don't make that your day-to-day meal. Make that, a nice little treat for you, and you can have that, and it's going to taste so much better when you haven't been eating it all the time. And look, you might not even want it because you just don't like the way it makes you feel. And you do that enough, then you'll just be like, oh, cheeseburger, gross. I'm going to go fall asleep after I have one of those. No thanks. I'm going to eat my kale salad over here. You see these people that do that, and you wonder why, and it's really, it kind of elevates beyond just the taste of the food, but the overall how it makes you feel. And that's really, again, what you want to identify any of these things, but you're just going to be completely blind to this until you start to intentionally look at these things and really ask those questions. How does it affect my mood and attitude, and what is the overall benefit that I'm receiving from that here? Look, that's about all the time we've got for today's show, so thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back on Friday for State of Real Estate, our weekly mastermind, so make sure you're tuned into that. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure you're subscribed. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of this great information that we have for you. That's all the time we've got for today. If you've got questions about getting a real estate license, completing post-licensing, we've got a renewal deadline coming up. Maybe you've got to do continuing education or maybe your realtor ethics requirement, whatever the case may be, give us a call. That phone number is 813-333-2676. Again, that's 813-333-2676. That's all the time we've got for today. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you Friday. Hey, so if you're thinking about starting a real estate career, it could feel a little overwhelming sometimes. Look, that's completely understandable. That's why we're here to help. If you haven't already, check out our Success Center, tampaschool.com/success, or if you don't even know where to begin, give us a call. We'd love to help you out. We've got advisors standing by to answer any questions you have and assist you in any way it is that we can. Our phone number is 813-928-0106. Again, that's 813-928-0106. Give us a call. We're the Tampa School of Real Estate.
Do you want a career that allows you to be in control? With a career in real estate, you'll get to call the shots. Whether you're looking at starting part-time or want to become the next top agent, a career in real estate makes it possible. Find out what it takes at tampaschool.com. Do you want to incorporate studying for your real estate exams into your busy schedule? Now you can review the key topics you need to know to pass your class and state exams with our MP3 audio review. Simply pop in your headphones or connect to your car to reinforce crucial information while you exercise or drive. Listen to the first unit for free at mp3audioreview.com. That's mp3audioreview.com.
Are you thinking about a career in real estate? Hey, I'm John Chrisma with the Tampa School of Real Estate, and we've helped thousands of people just like you obtain their real estate license. If you're thinking about a career in real estate, give us a call. The phone number is 813-928-0106. Our advisors are standing by to answer any questions you have and assist you in any way they can. Hey, if you're enjoying the show today, which I'm sure you are, be sure to hit like, subscribe, post your comments, share with your friends and family. Thank you guys so much for watching.